Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. Hope you guys had a great holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, all of the celebrations this year, guys. And we are back here with the new episode right after the holidays, right before New Year's, guys. It's about two stocks that are re-entering the ring, the buy zone.
Yeah, Santa left two dividend stocks under the Christmas tree for us to take a look at. But before we do, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let's keep going, guys. We're getting some momentum here because there are finally some dividend stocks that are on sale. There are finally some dividend stocks to buy that will help us grow our passive income.
All about growing that passive income, all about buying dividend stocks, dividend ETFs here on the way to financial freedom, guys. These are two stocks that it's been a while since I know I've bought them. I know it's been a while since you've bought one of these stocks, Bird, because they were at one point in a very nice buy zone, but then a certain change in management sent this stock skyrocketing at one point this year. But we'll get into that one a little bit later, guys. But we're going to talk about this latest, one of the latest and last additions to my portfolio that I did do this year after I exited a few positions earlier in the year and I reallocated to this specific stock. And this specific stock also gave me a little Christmas present, a little special dividend Christmas present, guys. You can call this their annual winter bonus, baby. Can't
Yeah,
wait to dive in.
and this one's going to give me a Christmas bonus too because I was pissed off that I never invested in it before it took off.
You
So
got Google. You got Google.
I did get Google, but I might get another crack at this one, Lanny. Might get another crack at this one. Who is it?
Guys, let's start off with PACCAR, ticker symbol PCAR. You might know them from the highways when you're driving, the Kenworths, the Peterbilt, the big, massive tractor trailers that are on there. Whether they're doing a construction job, delivering goods and services, they are putting out the vehicles to the fleet that needs them the most. And this stock once was riding up pretty high from about 20% ish from where I was buying them, but they have now come down 10% in the last month, Bert.
Yeah, and that's really what's jumping in there. You were grabbing them in what, the mid to low 90s. Then it started to journey up to the 110s, 115s. Now, last month, it's down 10.16%, and it's currently trading at 104.70.
104.70, guys. So we're going to run them through the DD stock screener focused on that price to earnings ratio less than the S&P 500, that dividend payout ratio hopefully less than 60%, history of growing dividends, and then we'll look at the dividend yield, guys. So earnings projections right now are $8.01 for the calendar year of 2024. We're using that because the projections for the future years are higher, so we're going to be conservative here. A 13 price to earnings ratio, Bert. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, so let's move into that payout ratio. We're going to start first with what their standard dividend is. Their standard dividend is $1.32. That gives you a standard payout ratio of 16.48%. But Lanny, I keep using the word standard in there. Why do I keep saying standard dividend for them?
Standard, guys, because they do typically an annual dividend that they announce in December. And this year was no different, guys. They announced a $3 per share special dividend, guys. So I was very happy to see that. Very happy to see them keep that special dividend trend up. So their standard dividend payout ratio is about 16%. But then if you want to, times that by 3 or 4, you can get somewhere in the 40 to 50% payout ratio range.
Yep, and they've been paying some pretty nice special dividends over the last 5 years. 2020 it was 70 cents, 21 it was $1.50, 22 it was 2.80, 23 it was 3.20, 24 it was $3. So the last 3 years have had these massive special dividends at the end of the year, which is that nice little cherry on top.
Yeah, you take it. You'll take what you can get, guys. Now, if you look at the standard dividend growth rate over the last 5 years, and I believe they had some splits happening too over the course of the last few years, but the 5-year average is about 11.43% for PACCAR. The trend line is up on the dividend history just because the special dividend impacts every Dividend website because it's like, oh, we don't know what to do here, calculating.
Air. It's just like the spinning. It's the spinning thing going around.
So, bro, what's the standard dividend yield though for PACCAR?
1.26%. So you take that $1.32, you add it, you make it $4.32, just assuming, right? And that's going to give you a dividend yield of 4% if you add in that $3 special dividend. So can't guarantee a dividend, but based on a special dividend, but where they've been trending, you can probably comfortably say their overall total dividend yield is going to at least be 3.5 to 4% based on that special divvy.
Yeah, I can get behind that, brother. Again, similarly, what you can't really calculate is that 5-year dividend yield average from a standard standpoint. They are still up 8% despite being down 10% the last month, which is, I was kind of surprised by that. So maybe there's room to go to get back down to zero. But they're a 55 billion market cap company, liking the metrics right now. And because I was stubborn and buying them in the low to mid upper 90s, I'm okay with it. If they hit $100 or below, I'm there. I'm buying again.
Yep, and that's really where I'm also looking too. It's one that I kicked myself that I missed it the first time around. So if it hits below 100, I've been personally in this big portfolio cleanup phase where I'm just moving stocks around. This would be a great candidate to sell some of those losers I don't want anymore, move the money into it.
There it is, guys. So that's PACCAR. Really like them. Again, they run a pretty clean shop, pretty clean balance sheet. Metrics are solid. And again, I like them for the yield and growth. And then that special dividend is just the cherry on top. But that second dividend stock, guys, I said there's two. One, is this one. This one's re-entering the buy zone because they're down 14% in the last month. They've got a little bit of trouble in running with some union strikes, right?
Well, unions are always the best to work through. That always caused some problems. We're talking.
Yeah, go call UPS. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. We're talking Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. Yeah, I have the pair of scissors. You ready for this? Because we're going to cut the tape on this second dividend.
Because it's Joey Gladstone, cut it out. No, so yes, Starbucks stock, guys. I was just talking to Bert about this earlier. Let's just say I finally had my first cup of coffee since January 4th on Sunday morning, guys, and it was Starbucks Holiday Blend. So
how'd it taste?
Starbucks,
How'd it taste?
Fantastic. It's like I never left.
As your computer desk is shaking over there, it's just like I had the first cup of coffee.
Yeah, my heart was jumping, guys, but my heart's jumping now because Starbucks stock is down to $87.44 because after they had the change of CEO, this stock shot up about $25 per share from the low 70s to the upper 90s. And I think at one point they even cracked $100 plus per share during the year. So
yeah, they cracked that mark and it was an impressive run. There was a lot of optimism, but as you said, it's been coming down there. I also saw too, there's a coffee drought going on a drought that's going to send coffee beans soaring. So don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that's going to flow its way through Starbucks financials. If the price of coffee goes up,
they have the same number of units.
Yeah. That's why you love Starbucks, and that's why we're here talking about them. Costs go up, union strikes are happening, but we're flocking to Starbucks because the brand loyalty is out of control for them. So let's run them through this.
Especially during this holiday season.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see how it looks. They're at 87.44. That EPS is $3.11. It's a 28 PE ratio.
Still high, on a little bit on the higher side on that PE ratio standpoint. Not a huge fan of that personally, which is why I'm not a fan of buying it at $87 either. So we'll get into that. But they pay $2.44 annually, spread over 4 quarters, 78% payout ratio, very high. And I remember they even raised their dividend when we were like, huh?
Whoa, easy. Yeah. Take it easy, Starbucks.
Wow.
Yeah. So with dividend growth, 5-year dividend growth rate's 9.28%, increase it for 13 years. But every time we've talked about Starbucks over the last year, we've been saying the same thing over and over again, not expecting 9% dividend growth for a long time until the company turns the ship back around.
Yeah, they still had a strong one this year. Again, that was the big surprise. It was like, all right. Now, what I do like what the new CEO brings to the table, looking at simplifying efficiencies. It's like everything that we were talking about before you even took it. Just look at our videos. And that's what he's trying to bring to the table, guys, trying to get consumers in and out without them getting frustrated and going elsewhere, like Dunkin' or a local coffee shop, guys. Now, their dividend yield now is 2.79%, which is very strong against the 5-year average yield of 2.06%. So 73 basis points higher there. Down, though, this year and down 14%, in the last month.
So what is your target buy price here for Starbucks? Let's hear it.
Sure. I appreciate it, bro. Curious where you're at with it, but I need at least a 10% drop. But again, they've completely fell off my radar when they were in the mid upper 90s. Now they're definitely like, okay, we're back. They need to drop the below 80, preferably at $78 or less. I feel much better at that price point.
Yeah, I'll feel better about buying them if they're below 80. I'm going to stick it to 80, so I'll say PACCAR below 100, Starbucks below 80.
Yep. And again, I believe in Starbucks. I believe in the brand. Believe in again, the product. And then I like the vision that the president is bringing. I think that was the right move for it at the right time. So big, and I'm long both companies. So
yeah. So everyone, let us know what you think about PACCAR. Let us know what you think about Starbucks. Throw it down there in the comment section below.
Guys, what other stocks are you buying to finish this year off? We only have a handful of days left. Let's make it count. Let's buy dividend stocks. Let's build passive income, and let's make steps towards financial freedom, guys. As Bert said, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and Bert, hit him with that sweet chin music.
You're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bert the Hurt and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.